Hello, welcome back to my featureless wall. I am James and I'm going to do something a little bit different today. Don't look here, pretend nothing's there. It is the end of August. It is almost the end of my plant ban month, almost. A few more days, we'll see how it goes. So far only one slip up, which I will tell you about in due course. And for today I'm going to do a growth update video. So I've got 3 of the plants here that have shown really lovely growth. I'm gonna stop looking at it, wait for the surprise. Have shown really lovely growth over the past month or so. I wanted to show you that growth because I'm excited about it, and also I wanted to tell you the conditions I've been keeping those plants in so that I can share some information, help you maybe if you're looking to give these plants a little boost. The reason why I'm showing these plants is, for the first 2 especially, they were difficult for a little while, so they struggled, they didn't really put out very much growth, they maybe had a little bit of root rot, and for the 3rd one it's just an exciting plant, so I wanted to have it in the list. Okay, let's see if we can keep this video under 10 minutes today, because I realised that all of my videos are quite long. Number 1, you've already seen it, it's right here. This is my Alocasia Cuprea Red Secret. Last time I showed you this in a video, look at the size of it. Look at it. Last time I showed you this in a video, I think it had this big leaf. And since then it's put out 4 leaves. So it's put out these 2 big ones, and it's put out 2 of these much smaller ones. Beautiful. If I rotate it, obviously this is the way it faces towards the window. It's ridiculous. But when you turn it around, you can see that there's actually a whole new little plant there growing there, and also I'm not going to be able to show it to you without tipping soil out of the pot, but there's another little plant growing right there. So something is going right with this. I have watered it maybe twice this month, right at the very beginning and then last week, so not a huge amount, but I got the soil nice and damp, and then I just left it there, and it's still moist from the last watering. It's set about 6 foot back from the window, southern window, so it gets quite a lot of light, sometimes a little bit of direct light. And there's also a grow light next to it, which I put on every now and again if the day is a little bit overcast. And yeah, it is growing very quickly. There's already, I was going to say there's already signs of another leaf, but there isn't. That would be overly optimistic. But for now, I am super happy with that. Look at it. This leaf is not yet fully hardened, so it's possible that it will grow a tiny bit more before it fully hardens. But yeah, that's my Alocasia Cuprea. It's grown really well this month, so I wanted to share it with you. And yeah, I would say lots of bright light, keep the soil moist, keep it warm. Basic things for plants: light, warmth, humidity. It's happy. Yeah, that's a good point. It's right next to my humidifier. That is number 1. Number 2, this has been a little bit of a finicky plant. I've shown it to you before in a video. All of these big plants you've seen before in videos. This is just an update on their growth. I really struggled with this plant because it was potted in a very peat heavy medium, which I didn't realise initially, because when looking at the soil and just playing with it, just touching it, there was quite a lot of perlite at the surface and quite a lot of orchid bark, so I thought it was quite well draining. The plant was suffering massively. Yellowed leaves, a lot of brown patches, particularly on the whiter parts of the plant. You probably saw it before. And when I took it out of the soil, there was a huge amount of root rot, so I had to repot it up in some new medium and then let it recover. And then last month, it's exploded with growth. So this is my wonderful Philodendron Florida ghost. Right there, you can see the leaf that has been damaged a little bit by the root rot. It started to brown at the tips. I had to cut a little bit of it off, but since that, it has grown 2 beautiful new leaves. And I am a little bit confused about this. I don't really know why this leaf was so pure white. It's obviously now going green, but when I got it, it was just pure white. And these ones are sort of more lime coloured, and this one even more so. And from what I can see online, Florida ghosts just tend to do what they like. So it's like one day, let's make a perfectly white leaf, the next, let's make a lot sort of limey coloured leaf. I don't really mind. I really like the different shades in that plant, from the like really bright white to that dark rich green here to this sort of paler speckled green. It's beautiful, and it's growing super well. It's really happy now that its roots are better. It's growing a lot of aerial roots up here, so at some point I'm going to have to get it on a moss pole so it can keep climbing and growing and being beautiful. And it already has a new little leaf growing through there. So yeah, update number 2, plant number 2, Florida Ghost. Done some super good growing this month. Well done you, well done you. And let's move on to the final magnificent plant. This is a relatively recent addition. I've only had it for 2 weeks. Yep, 2 weeks. So yeah, just over 2 weeks actually. It's my Anthurium Warocqueanum, the Queen Anthurium. I've got it in my little aquarium here, one of the humidity helpers that I use. So I'm just going to take it out. And I'm going to show you its beautiful new growth. I know that a lot of people struggle with these. For some reason, I am not really struggling with them yet. We'll see. This is still very early days. So, this is the Queen Anthurium. Very similar to as you last saw it, except that I potted it up in sphagnum, cocoa coir. Am I saying that right? Coir? I literally have no idea. Coconut, medium. And that's its new leaf. Look at that. Long, dark, beautiful, and a really long stem, which kind of tells me that it's going to be a big leaf, which makes me a little bit nervous because it doesn't really have space for a big leaf in its small terrarium at the moment, so I'm going to have to shift it around and find a new space for it. But I'm incredibly happy with that. When I bought it, I was pretty much positive that it was just going to sit there as the 2 leaves that I got it with, but it has not. And I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but the plant that I unboxed about a month and a half ago now, the little Anthurium Warocqueanum that was basically completely dead, that has now put out a leaf as well. So I'm just swimming in Queen Anthurium leaves at the moment, which is extremely satisfying. So yeah, these are my 3 plants that I wanted to do my little growth update on this month. This is a little bit of a short video. A little bit of a random video, but I thought it was interesting. I find it interesting just to see what conditions help these plants grow. Obviously, all 3 of them enjoy very high humidity, especially this guy. He's in his little terrarium. All 3 of them enjoy very well draining soils, particularly the Anthurium and the Philodendron. The soil for my Alocasia here is much sort of finer and holds on to quite a lot more moisture, but I enjoy that because it means I don't have to worry about watering it so much. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I will have something interesting for you next week, I promise. It's drawing close to the end of August, so yeah, got some interesting things coming. Thank you for watching. As always, if you want to see some updates on these plants, all the other plants, go follow me on my Instagram, which is right here, Slug Plants. Don't ask me why. And yeah, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos. I promise there'll be more interesting things. Promise. Right, bye.